Hi, this week on the Broalition, we're going to talk about sex, drugs, rock and roll, Fauci.
Oh my.
Yeah. Let's go, Brandon!
Deep from a bunker in a top secret location.
Top secret location.
In southern Indiana
But they
comes
don't
a
know that.
gathering of
What do they do now?
the Gospel Broalition. If it's religion, politics, cars, guns, cigars, and anything else flammable, we're talking about it. For men,
I am.
by manlier men. Get it? Got it? Good. This is the Gospel Broalition. And here are your hosts, Pastor Lee, J.R. Robinson, and the Hoosier Hillbilly, Mike Paul.
I like it. It's just perfect way.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Pastor Lee here, joined on my right by the Hoosier Hillbilly, Mike Paul, joined on my left by Super Christian J.R. Robinson
SC.
of Dauntless
Squared.
Gaming,
SC.
now Super Tuner.
Super tuner?
Super T. ST.
ST.
SC.
STSC.
STSC.
Queen Bee.
Give me all the acronyms.
I mean, we can keep going, but we'll be here all night.
Hope you guys had a great past couple of weeks. We did. We kind of all went on
Took a week
vacation
off.
together. It was pretty funny. We had a good time. Anybody see the Fauci movie while we were out?
The documentary?
It is down to 2% now, by the way. On
What's 2%?
Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score is
nice.
2%. Funny thing is, though, whoever
Tomato meter or whatever
the
they call
tomato
it.
meter is at like 90.
91. It was 91%.
91, yeah.
91. If you look it up, there's like a 91% positive critic score, and then audience review was like 2%.
What's 2?
They're always polar opposites. They don't often agree.
They are.
No.
I used to like Rotten Tomatoes, but pretty much now if they hate it, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, and just go off the audience score.
Yep.
That's the best thing to do.
That is
Don't
the
pay
best
attention
thing
to
to
the
do.
critics.
Yeah.
Why do we even have movie critics anymore? We're in the age of the internet.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Well, it's so funny because you
And it's
just
just the opinion of one person.
Exactly. I mean,
Or
Siskel and
a
Ebert back in
small
the
team
day.
of people, maybe.
Back in the day, Siskel and Ebert, they were the go by.
yeah,
Well,
but we didn't
he's
realize
part
how
of Rotten
liberal they were
Tomatoes
until
now.
later on.
That's true.
One of them died, and the other one works for Rotten Tomatoes now, from what I understand.
Really, he's probably one of the critic scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
I don't know. I'd rather have my butt hairs cut out with a chainsaw
Yeah, absolutely.
than watch a Fauci movie. I would. There's just
I
no
almost
way.
want to see it just so I can like make notes and say wrong,
Wrong.
wrong, wrong.
Oh, by the way,
You watch it and let us know how it is.
our show that JR has not put up yet is very offensive.
It is.
Yeah, because we used Pickle Tickle.
I forgot.
That one went up.
Oh, that one went up. Okay, so
y'all watch that one.
I apologize for doing that if I offended people. So from now on, we're just going to call it "Let's Go Brandon," That's what it's called.
Let's go, Brandon.
Or FJB for short. So
You know what though? She tried. That poor little NASCAR.
I think
lady,
she honestly thought that's what they were saying.
I don't know, but I think she did well. She covered it up very well because, I don't know. I don't think Brandon was paying attention.
I don't
to
think she had
anything.
any agenda.
No, she was just like
She
oh,
was.
gosh.
That's what I think. I think she was just so naive. Like,
Really?
oh look, they're saying "Let's go, Brandon." It's like,
I-
oh no, they're not. And this kind of taken off everywhere.
It's good though
In
because
fact, we
now
had it at church last Sunday night. It was pretty good.
they had the one of the Christian schools had their football team playing instead of the opposite. They were chanting "Let's go, Brandon."
Oh
So,
my gosh!
Gave them a much better opportunity to get out what they wanted to get out.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
It is just he's.
I tell you what, Biden has been meme city from the start.
He has.
It has been wonderful for memes.
I mean, it's got
Just
to
the looks on his face half the time. It's good enough.
yeah.
And the thing. The thing.
You know the thing. Yeah.
The thing.
I don't know. I think he goes in at night like 6 o'clock and had to plug him back in, and then
Charge him up.
he's like automatron it, and they just put this stuff before him, and this is I don't know. You ever seen those pictures of like it looks like he's got a tab here where they put a. If you look at pictures of him 10 years ago,
His ears. His
Yeah.
earlobe. Yeah.
he doesn't look anything like he does now. It's amazing. I don't know. It's not the years, it's the mileage. Maybe he's doing hookers with Hunter. I don't know. That
hey,
boy's messed up.
I don't know how he's still alive.
I don't know.
He's screwed with too many
And,
wrong people. He's bound to have a death wish.
Oh, in case you don't think your government is corrupt, by the way, the Hunter Biden organization, whatever, it got $500,000 in COVID relief. It has 2 employees.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, your government sucks. Now they're going to start arresting people 100 who are 100 yards away from the Capitol building.
Of course, because they don't want anybody to know what's going on.
These people are still being held in prisons, federal prisons. That bothers me. It bothers me greatly, and nobody's doing anything about it.
Nobody cares.
None of our elected officials are doing anything about it. Just letting these people rot in jail for nothing. Yeah. The FBI's going to come knocking on your door too. They're down the brown shirts. They're the brown shirts of the government. And then with CIA is just as corrupt. They're all the alphabets. They're all bad.
Yeah,
all of them. So moving on for the Fauci movie because it was so riveting. Better get your Christmas stuff.
Why is that?
Because it's not going to be there.
They're trying to create another shortage right before Christmas.
That's what the government said.
Yeah.
You know that a lot of stuff that you want to get for Christmas is not going to be here.
Yeah. Let's just remember, what was it, March, April of 19, right? No, 20, March of April 20. The news anchors were saying, "Hey, toilet paper is going to be scarce," which it was not. And as soon as they ran with that, toilet paper was sold out everywhere.
Yeah, because you had people going out and buying 2 cartloads at a time
because they thought it was going to be gone, and now they're gearing up for Christmas already.
Yep.
They did the thing about the gas, and people out there putting gas in garbage bags in the back of their car.
It's because they're not going to let us gather for Christmas.
Right.
The sad part is people like that voted.
They voted for Biden too.
People who were putting gas in a plastic bag
grocery bags
voted for Biden. Just
absolutely.
FYI there.
I have no doubt.
Wow.
Wasn't Biden or Fauci on record a couple weeks ago saying that it was too early to tell whether we could gather for Christmas or not?
I'm going to pay attention to him just like I did with all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a violent person. You got me in a room with him. I think just for, I don't know, for fun, I would just beat the crap out of him.
We would just rid the world of that problem.
I just would. I don't know. I would just kind of like, hey, nothing personal, man. I just want to smash your face.
Nothing personal. I just want to beat the tar out of you.
I don't know if we're going to be able to meet for Christmas. It's like, dude.
I hate to tell you, we're going to do it anyway. We really don't care what you
think. Like, when
say.
you say something, it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I just do not. What they say, what the government says about the vaccine, I said the word, the pickle tickle. You're going to have to edit that. We're going to get banned. But it's just like,
I'm not editing.
Against it.
We're not against it.
No,
we're totally for it.
Oh, yeah, go.
You get every vaccination you can possibly get. Make yourself look like a pincushion. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. Have them,
Pro.
Right.
That's
absolutely.
Right, YouTube Pro.
Get a vaccine suppository. I'm walking around with it all the time. I don't care. Do they make those? If they did, boy, sign me up.
Gosh, the liberals will be lined up.
I know it. Can I get 6 or 7 at the same time? They would because they're psychos, man. They're psychos about these things. They just are.
So what were you saying about the pickle tickle before you got distracted?
Oh yeah, don't say what was I saying?
You lost it.
You were talking about Fauci, and then you said the V word, and
I know I did. I was talking about him. And he's like, okay, I'll pick it up later on. I'll remember like halfway through the next show.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Don't worry about it. In our beloved town of wherever we are,
Evil.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location. I just so
in
happen
southern
to
Indiana.
have in southern Indiana.
Yeah.
An Indiana family says kids were wrongfully given the COVID-19 vaccine instead of the flu shot. So this happened in Evansville, Indiana. An Evansville, Indiana family claims they were given
We're not in Evansville.
given the Pfizer Coronas vaccine that they thought they were getting flu shots. It happened on October 4th. The parents says the employee of Walgreens called them, telling them that they had made a mistake. The 4 and 5-year-old children who are too young for the vaccine were apparently giving full adult doses. Parents say both children are showing signs of heart issues, and the younger child has been sick with a fever and cough. Accidentally given? Or just some libtard freaking person working at the Walgreens decided that these kids...
How do you accidentally do that?
Are these two pickle tickles kept in the same environment?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
So I think the accident was pushing it.
Well,
So-
it depends on which vaccine.
So if I go and get the
Because
flu
there's one
vaccine,
that
it's not the
has-
flu shot anymore, it's flu vaccine because the vaccine has
It,
changed.
it
right.
that I have heard it twice now on the radio. They call it the flu vaccine
Because
Instead of the shot.
because
word
they have
vaccine has
changed the word
Right.
vaccine for the COVID vaccine. We're pro.
Right. Not that we're against it.
We're pro.
Yeah.
Um,
What was that Seinfeld episode where we were talking about homosexuality and every time they said it was like, not that we're against it.
not that we're against it. Yeah. But yeah,
We're
so
totally for it.
yeah, they've called it several times on the radio. I've heard it called the flu vaccine. And
Well,
it's-
depending on what side you're on. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is wrong. And
Absolutely.
this is bad. And these things, I don't know. If I'm going to go in there and get a flu vaccine, they're going to give me like a hormone therapy kind of thing. My boobs are going to get even bigger than they are. So, I don't know.
that'd be impressive. You could sell pictures.
I know,
on the
man.
internet.
I know. I'm working on it. I
Make a
really
little bit
am.
of side money.
I got it.
Either way, this story should raise concern about the current discussion about lowering the age limit for the current shots.
Two countries now, and I think Iceland was one of them. I don't remember the other one. Have said no vaccines for under 18. Period.
And we're
Because
already at
they,
12.
especially
They're trying
the,
to get it down.
especially
to
the
5 now.
Moderna. Actually, one of the countries outlawed Moderna because they said they have had too many problems out of it. So, once again, I don't know. That's an entire country, and CDC actually stepped up and said, "Yeah, that what your numbers are accurate."
But I was reading this week where somebody was talking about, the government keeps talking about these mandates, and the point that the person was making in the article was that they have no constitutional right to do this. It's the way they explained it was the government just kind of made it up, and then these blue state governors and all that just kind of took it and ran with it.
Yep.
Even though the government never actually did it. And so all these like the Southwest Airlines and all these places started doing these mandates that you're going to do these particular things but they can't enforce it constitutionally. They can't do it. And so what you're going to see in the next few years, you're going to see tons of lawsuits.
Yep, absolutely.
Tons of them because
Companies are going to be getting their butt suit off.
the first lawsuit that wins. It's precedent now, and it goes in the books, and that's all they got to do. They go in there and they quote that ruling, and that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
And somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to get in front of a Trump-appointed judge or something like that, or conservative judge, and they're going to win. And I'm just waiting for that moment.
It's going to get harder. I overheard a call today from one of my superiors.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave the company's name out, but the company I work for is a large company, 1,500 employees across
Right.
several states. And they were saying that they're beginning to run into complications with certain funded projects because they're government-funded projects. And that to the point where they may be able to restrict our company's ability to bid and win that work without vaccination mandate.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're sneaky. They're snakes. They're gonna
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna go around. They'll figure out how to do it. They're gonna punish you somehow. Which, by the way, why don't they make you have proof of vaccination to get a welfare check?
No. That's you
That's,
may have to put your tinfoil hat on for this, but they've been
that's
driving
racism.
people to poverty level and government assistance for a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's a purpose there.
They
It's
want a
because
welfare
at
state.
one day they're going to say, "You want your check?"
Yep.
Why do you think they don't want nobody employed right now?
Yep. 4.3 million people quit their job in August.
Really?
That was the number I saw
Oh my gosh.
In this country?
in
or
this
worldwide?
country.
Yep.
That's what I saw on the Facebook feed, so it wasn't fact checked.
We
so I'm
can't
going to assume it's
sustain.
right.
We just can't sustain this. We just can't. I'm totally for, and we've talked about this before, but we haven't really gone into it in detail. I'm totally for succession.
Let's do it.
I think we ought to divide this country
Let's
up
do
and
it.
just go for it.
Yep.
And I think,
It's hard to draw that line, though.
but it's either going to be that
So
or war.
diverse. It's like you can't just draw a line down for states and be like East and West.
Oh no, Illinois could do a pretty darn good job of that.
Can't even do North and South. I mean,
I think you would just. I think if they were just able to say, okay, we're just going to let counties join certain states, that it would
States would just all change shape.
They would. They would just all kind of take care of themselves. Everybody would join Texas, and so you'd have this,
it'd be one giant. The whole Midwest would
just be
Texas,
People's Republic of Texas. That's what it would be.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
That'd be fantastic.
Let's do it.
But I think it needs to. I mean, something has to happen. I don't know how we're going to do it. I mean, they did in the Civil War. They had all these states that succeeded from that, and so it's actually possible to do. But it's either that or I don't know how we're going to be able to just keep going the way we're going.
We can't. Not at the current rate.
Because what's going to happen is eventually you're going to have you're going to have states within this country who are just basically just slums. Everybody's on welfare. Everybody's on a government assistance. Nobody's working whatsoever. And then you're going to have a state like Texas, where there's jobs, where there's energy.
Prospering.
Prospering and stuff like that. And those two are not compatible with one another. They're just not. And you're just...
But that's been in the works far before now. That whole idea of pushing people towards government assistance and poverty level, that started with the Obama administration.
Well, that started with FDR.
It's been in the works forever.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It started with FDR coming out. And
I think a lot of the stuff we're seeing now has been in the works forever.
For 30 years. Yeah.
It's just they finally decided to push the button.
Oh, man. It's so... This rabbit hole goes so deep. They had a plan. It started in the 60s. These radicals got in there. They were going to infiltrate the colleges.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did. And then they trained all these people. And, I mean, you've got people coming over from the Frankfurt School, which is one of the most liberal schools over in Germany during the time. They were so liberal that Hitler ran them off.
That's pretty bad.
And then they come over here to the United States, and they're welcomed by Columbia University. And then they get in there and they start teaching all this radical stuff to these people and started creating all these, whether underground people and all that, those nuts and Obama and people like that. And now all these people are within power. Yeah. They figured out a system how they would do it where they get these people, like the Manchurian candidate, they get these people, they train these people, and they make sure this person's going to go through Harvard and they're going to graduate with a Harvard degree, and then they're going to have a position when they get out. That
sounds kind of like Creepy Joe.
It does.
A little bit there, doesn't it? We're going to make sure he has a position.
Well, if you ask Joe, he graduated from 15 different schools with 35 different degrees.
He is the master at everything. Yeah. He is the man.
He is the man. He knows.
You know the thing. He's got the thing.
He was born in every state in the union.
That's
and worked every job you could possibly work.
Yeah. And he's got some hairy legs.
Yeah.
But kids love to rub on,
like
apparently. They love to pet his hairy legs.
I think it's kind of funny that a guy who's been in politics basically since he was born has worked all these jobs. It's like, no, you've been a career politician. That's all you've done.
Yeah, and it's like, what good has he done for us so far? Oh, yeah, nothing.
We need term limits. Term limits would be fantastic. Just get these people, let us 4 years, and then get out.
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi. Oh, my gosh.
Talk about getting locked up in a room.
Yeah.
As far as I'm going to go with that. I mean,
We're not inciting violence against
No,
women.
absolutely not. I will have a good discussion with her.
Yeah. I just think she gets up. I
wouldn't hit a woman. It's a good thing she's not a woman.
Yeah, she's not a woman. I think she gets up in the morning and they just like pump her full of cocaine and she just like
she looks like it.
She's always drunk.
Botox and cocaine drunk. And it's just like, come on, Nancy, time to get up, take your pills.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why people will reelect these. That's what
I don't think people are reelected.
I don't think so
people. Either. I think they're just getting
dead people.
Like
true.
Maxine Waters is crazy as a bag of cats, and everybody they just keep voting for it. But as long as you keep giving money, see the mafia figured this out back in the 50s and 60s. They would go in the neighborhood and pass out turkeys to people. And just give away free food. And what happened was nobody ever opposed. Everybody liked the mafia. Nobody opposed them or anything like that. That's what the gangs did, stuff like that. And so that's what the government's doing right now. They're trying to buy people off.
Yep.
And if you say, well, I'm going to sit at home. If I keep voting for these people, I'm just going to sit at home and not do anything. Well, you're a loser.
You're a loser, baby.
You're a loser and you're not a Christian. So if you think you are, you're not.
There you go.
Because Paul said, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Called out.
Yep. So your problems with Paul in Scripture. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. Be sure to watch the next episode. It's going to come up later on in the week. Like and subscribe wherever it is.
It's always down here.
And share with your friends. And we love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
See you.
Oh, that was a white... Oh, no.
Oh, we're done now.
Oh no.
Cured minds.
That wasn't. That was.
That
supposed
was
to be
not a
peace
white
sign.
power sign. It was
peace
just an okay
sign.
sign.
Yeah, we just meant okay.
I was gonna do okay, then white power, and then it's
Okay. All right, we got it.
Oh my gosh,
Coalition.
we're doomed.
Leaving behind
We're gonna be
charred
Grudened.
minds, exhaust fumes, ammo, multiple cigar wrappers, and an empty bottle
Oh
of
yeah,
bourbon.
they get emails
Mission
from 25 years
accomplished.
ago.
You've been listening to the Gospel Broalition with Pastor
They
Lee,
got stuff on me
J.R.
back
Robinson,
before
and the Hoosier Hillbilly, Mike Paul. A show for men, by men. If it's religion, politics, cars, guns, cigars, and anything else flammable, we're talking about it. We hope you enjoyed the show. We know we had fun. We'll be back soon, and thank you for being a part of the Gospel Broalition.